coming to your mat. Just taking a nice wide stance. Squatting down, sticking your butt out in the back. Big inhale, arms up overhead. Take your gaze towards the sky or the ceiling. Exhale, sit back into it. Taking 3 more just like that. Plugging belly in as you sit back. 1 more. Now opening your feet out towards the sides, coming into a nice plie squat. Really stretching these inner thighs. Plugging abdominals in. Tiny little pulses for 10, 9, just pulsing down an inch, coming up an inch, 8, 7, breathe into it, 6, 5, 4, 3, breathe, 2, 1, sink it really low, arms out to the side, lifting that right heel and the left. This is gonna burn really fast, so just use your breath, really breathe into it. 3 more each side. You got this. Sink really low for these last 2. 1 more each side. Ooh, yeah. Burning, baby. 10 more pulses. You got this for 10. 9. Breathe into it. 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh, yeah. 4, 3, 2. On 1. Heel, toe, your feet in towards each other. Shake everything out. Take those arms out to the side. Standing with your feet hip width apart. Soft bend in the knees. Lifting palms up towards the sky. Exhale. Tiny little flick of the wrist. As you reverse it back. Plugging belly in. And standing nice and strong. So trying not to move in with the motion. Sometimes it's hard with the music. But just stay nice and steady in the body. 5 more. Pick up the pace just a little bit. 4, 3, 2, on 1. Keep the arms back, palms facing towards the back. Tiny little circles here out to the side. Reversing those back for 10, 9, breathe, 8, 7, 6, 5. You got this. 4, 3, 2, on 1, reversing forward. This is where it really burns because it feels really awkward, but just soften into it. Wrist nice and straight. 5 more going forward. 4, 3, 2, on 1. Hold it here. Pinky lifts up towards the ceiling. Relax shoulders for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one right here. Teeny little flicks of the wrists, like you're tossing something behind you. Getting rid of everything in your body that you don't need. Really toss it back like you're slapping something for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Arms up overhead. Take your gaze up. Take those arms straight back behind you. Lift those really high. Holding core and relax shoulders. Dropping halfway down, lifting really high. Wrist nice and straight. Fingers nice and long. Bringing energy into every single thing that you're doing. And really focusing on those body parts. 10 more here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You got this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Now tossing up towards the sky, towards the ceiling, whatever you have above you. Breathe for 10 more. 9, 8. Hug that belly in towards the spine. Think belly button towards the spine, just like that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms up towards the sky. Exhaling. Coming to the back of your mat, shaking everything out. Slowly rolling yourself down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Walking yourself out into a plank. Holding a nice strong plank. Walking your right toes out an inch, stay really steady in the body, and then switch to your left. Plug belly in for 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, you got this. Last one each side, right and left. Press yourself back. Pedal out your feet here. Really press the floor away. Sink those heels nice and low. Big inhale, take a wave through the spine, drop those knees down. Palms directly underneath your shoulders. Extending your right leg back. Tap it behind that left leg, and then reaching out to the right side. Keep the leg really long, keep the body really still for 10, 9, 8, 7, really stretch it over to the side, 6, 5 more, just like that. Keep a soft bend in these elbows. 4, 3, 2, on 1, come down onto that left forearm. Keep that leg high through the transition. Tap right knee to right elbow. Extend back and as high as you can, pointing that toe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, lift 2 inches higher for these last 3, 2, on 1, keep that leg really high, walk those arms out nice and straight, pressing those palms into the floor, keep that heel high, 10 pulses, lifting that heel as high as you can, just down an inch and up an inch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just holding really still and long. Square the hips, point that toe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, for these last 5, lift 2 inches higher for 4, 3, you got this, 2, on 1. Take those knees nice and wide, and just sink into a child's pose there. Take a breath, turning down the music. Stretch those arms out. Sit back into those heels. And just take a breath. Coming back up onto all fours. Extend that left leg straight back. Tap toes down behind that right leg. Opening out to this left side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 more right there, 4, 3, 2 more, really stretch the leg long. Last one, coming down onto that right forearm. Fingertips face that left palm. Lift leg high. Tap left knee into left elbow. Extend back and high, point the toe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift 2 inches higher. Give me one more there. Keep that leg high, square the hips for the transition. Walk those palms out, nice and straight arms. Lift that leg as high as you can. Tiny pulses here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, breathe, 4, 3, 2, on 1, hold that leg nice and steady for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, for these last 5, look 2 inches higher, 4, 3, breathe into it, 2, on 1, coming down, take a breath, slowly make your way onto your back. Take your fingertips behind your head, pressing your heels together, open up your knees. Tiny little frog kicks as you extend the legs, squeeze the inner thighs. Coming in, keep that head down for 10, 9, 8, 7, squeeze, 6, plug in for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, keep those legs extended, point the toes, coming into our hundreds. Arms alongside the body, pull belly in, flutter those arms for, breathe in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, keep fluttering, keep breathing, take the gaze in towards the belly button. Pump those arms a little bit faster. I'm counting these a little bit different because I find it mentally helps me. Breathe in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10 more for 10, 9, breathe in, lift up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend arms overhead. Tapping knees and elbows in towards each other. Extend everything long for 10, 9, really crunch in as you tap, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, drop down, grab a hold of those knees, and just rocking side by side. Grab a hold of the outer edges of your feet, coming into a happy baby. I think I told you to go into happy baby earlier. That was child's pose, but you know what I'm talking about. This sun out here is more intense than I thought. And just really squeezing these knees in towards your armpits. Flex your feet. Really feel the stretch. Rolling onto your left side. Body is nice and long. Just resting your head either on your palm or come all the way down, whatever feels good for you. But just lift this bottom rib. As you lift the leg, keep that rib lifted. Tap heel to heel, point to lift, flex to lower. For 10, this sculpts beautiful lines in your abdomen. 9, your obliques. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, leg nice and long. 2, on 1, stay there. Come up on your left forearm. Lift your hips. Lift that palm. Tiny little pulses. As if you're reaching this right hip up towards the sky for 10, 9, hold in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, thread that needle, come up nice and tall for 10, really twist through it, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 more, reach that arm nice and high, 4, every little detail counts. Keep the wrist straight, fingers long. 2 more. On 1. Now through the transition, coming into a modified push-up. So staying on your knees, hug elbows in nice and tight to the body. Just come halfway down, pressing up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Making your way onto your left side. I like to come all the way down nice and long. Lift this bottom rib and just holding there as if you have your palm just sitting underneath your rib. Point leg to lift. Tap heels flex to lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, breathe for 5, leg nice and long, 4, 3, 2, on 1, come up onto your right forearm, lift those hips nice and high, stack the legs, reach that arm, tiny little hip pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, you got this. Last one, holding nice and high, thread the needle, twist up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Coming into a seated position, really press your heels as if you're digging your heels into the floor. Fingers facing in towards your glutes. Keep those toes lifted nice and high. Press those hips high. Elbows go straight back. Come halfway down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, breathe, 2, 1, 10 more, a little bit faster for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, breathe, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Pressing yourself into a downward facing dog. Take a breath. Pedaling out the feet. Come up high on those toes. Exhale. Sink those heels nice and heavy. Now rolling through the spine out into your plank. Holding a nice strong plank, just tip forward an inch and back an inch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, breathe for these last 5, you got this, 4, 3, 2, on 1, press yourself back, float that right leg nice and high, open up that hip, and slowly just make your way into your pigeon pose. Resting your knee and your foot parallel to the mat. Come up nice and high, feel that stretch, open everything up. And on your exhale, just melting into your mat. Take one more breath here. On your exhale, open your mouth, sigh everything out. Press those palms, tuck those toes. Press yourself back, pedaling out the feet one more time here. Lift that left leg nice and high. Open up that hip and slowly just move through the center here. Coming into Big inhale as you open up, and exhale as you close the space. And slowly coming up into a seated position. Stretch those legs nice and long out in front of you. Big inhale, exhale, fold your torso over the front of your legs, grab a hold of your toes, and just melt into this. Coming into a seated position now, and just taking the soles of your feet together. Just rocking side by side, flutter the legs. Back to your breath. And now find yourself comfortably seated, whatever feels good for you here. If lying feels good, do you. Do what feels good for you. Resting your palms on the front of your thighs. Just settle in. Now as we move through this new year, just breathing in the energy that we want to fill ourselves with. And on your exhale, just releasing that out into everything that we do, into every person we come into contact with, every relationship in our lives, especially the one with ourselves. Take your hands into prayer at your heart. Really take that in. And my hope is to let that move through each and every one of you through this new year, through each day, on and off our mats. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here with me today in Miami. I'm heading back to New York. Couldn't be happier. Have a beautiful day.